assessed. The type of subject, some of us like certain subjects, mathematical subjects, others we like science subjects, others we like arts. So the subject can also have an impact. The teacher can have an influence. So we may want, apart from the teaching technique, to test to these other variables at the same time. As I was saying when I was talking about how do you deal with the situation of variables, and we say using subjects as their own, or building in the extraneous variable. When I was saying building in the extraneous variable, I mean that whilst x1 is the treatment, but you know that there's the x2, there's x3, build them in the experiment so that you can also test the effect of that, the effect of that. So to do that, you have to use factorial design. In fact, we call them factorial because they are several factors you are interested. Let's see an example for one factorial design, which you know from that. Look at that table. That table is about the design, but it is also showing the results from the design. In the design, we have the teaching method 1 and the teaching method 2. Teaching method 1, new teaching technique. Teaching method 2, regular teaching technique. But then, the design of the experiment was also arguing that the type of subject will influence the way students will perform. So the question is, if I use teaching method 1 in mathematics, how will the students perform? What about in chemistry? Will the performance be equal or it will differ? How about teaching method 2 in mathematics and in chemistry? And we should look at the results carefully. You find that the teaching method 1 is very effective in general in both mathematics and chemistry. Look at the mean on the right hand, so then the whole effect is the truth. It means that the new teaching technique is really very powerful. But despite that, it is more powerful in mathematics and less powerful in chemistry. Right? Yeah. If you take teaching method 2, actually the effect of teaching method 2 will best state its effect on the topic. Teaching method 2 is doing a very wide job in mathematics. But in chemistry, it's doing better. It seems like teaching method 2 works better in chemistry than in mathematics. Or teaching method 1 works better in mathematics than in chemistry. So there is an interaction between the subject and the teaching method. So in that design, you can assess the effect of the teaching method on the two subjects, but also the way the teaching method interacts with the subject. This example I'm showing is by 2 factorial design. True label to finish the of the teaching method, true label to the sample. 2 by 2. That is, you will have 3 labels of the sample, mathematics, chemistry, geography. You could also have 3 levels of teaching. Teaching method 1, teaching method 2, teaching method 3. So the more levels you create on the variable, the more complicated the factorial design is. But in all those factorial designs you can come up with, there are statistical techniques for analyzing trends. And you end up getting more information by using the factorial design. Questions? Yes, you have to be right. When you are designing this experiment, you definitely want to make other conditions possible. So, for example, the teacher. You will be different teachers. That might have a differential issue. But that teacher, if can also be there in the experiment. So, apart from having the subject and the method, you could also have teacher 1, teacher 2, and see whether they are interacting effectively. Yeah. That was a good question. Another question? Guidance to get back the So I was, as I said, factorial design in the country is failing. We have more independent variables and more levels of measurement on each independent variable. That is possible. Test the results. Each variable of each independent variable, whether they are differences in those results. The other two design issues I want to describe before leaving this document is the first line experimental experimental research design, where you as a researcher do not have ability to completely manipulate the treatment, or you do not have ability to completely randomize subjects to the control and experimental treatment. That is, the control and experimental group. For example, if World Bank had promised Malawi to provide funds to support the farmers who were affected by drought in a particular area, and you were asking to say, introducing this project, we will have differential effects between the farmers who were affected by the drought and farmers who were not affected by the drought. Let's take, for example, the treatment that the World Bank wants to support is to introduce the irrigation intervention. And the argument is to say, because one group of farmers were affected by drought, their willingness to participate in an irrigation project will be much higher than those who were not affected by the drought. That's an experiment. Therefore, how farmers affected by drought are working under irrigation compared to how farmers not affected by drought are working in irrigation. But the challenge is there is no way of verifying whether the farmers who were affected by drought have the same characteristics with farmers who were not affected by drought. By the time drought affected these people, you were not there. And the drought did not have the opportunity of randomly assigning which farmers should suffer from drought and which farmers should not suffer from drought. So randomization was not part of the game. And part of the treatment is not part of what we did because the drought occurred on this one. We didn't have the opportunity to manipulate whether one would suffer from drought or not. So an experiment of that data would be further experimental. Whilst the weakness of lack of randomization is there, and the weakness of not being able to manipulate the treatment is there, but this is a design which very often occurs. In fact, most of the projects which come, they will come with these unforeseen circumstances. Right now, if you look at the number of projects being implemented in Karobe compared to projects being implemented in Karobe, there is a big difference. People are away from Karobe because of the problems they experience. So you as an experimenter do not have opportunity to randomize the treatment, but you will be restricted from that kind of service. Economists, for example, very commonly they'll say, can you provide a baseline survey to assess how these farmers who are affected by drought are faring compared with these farmers who are not affected by drought? You are operating in that kind of design. It has its weaknesses which we must look more, but very commonly, this is the design which most scientists end up doing. As far as I explain. Question? So in terms of explaining for pre-existing differences, it's a challenge. In terms of explaining for situational differences, and also be a challenge. But still, it is expected. What man says, here is money. You conduct this deadline survey, $5 million, $5,000. You're going to reject notice, report the time, and you're not doing it. You do it, but it's scary. The road differences. Yes, that's what we explain and say. Ex post facto designs, on the other hand, are those designs which deal with the attributes variable. If, for example, there was a question to say, if we introduce this treatment among people of different tribes, their reaction to the treatment will differ in accordance with the tribes. If we introduce language education among people who are of different tribes, maybe because of their background of the tribe, tribes, their ability to learn new things in language will differ. Now, for the people you are bringing in the experiment have an attitude there to the tribe. Each one of them is coming his or her own tribe different from the other. And you are using that tribal differences as an issue of assessing whether those tribal differences will have effect in their ability to explain. But although you can argue to say, I put the Shewas in one group, the Yao in another group, Muga in another group, these people, these are attributes which they had before they came to the group. Wherever they are coming from, they are differences which you can explain. So, there are also many situations where a researcher ends up doing an experiment dealing with attributes there. When you're interpreting the result, you have also to appropriate the sort of confounding situation that is but very common. Questions? I think up now we have very well talked about the descriptive research design. We have very well talked about the experimental research design. The writing of proposals in the methodology section. The first section is to talk about research design, right? We should not have trouble describing what is design. We have decided why, what is design, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses of design. Yes, there are questions. I am expected to go with something else. Questions, no questions. Okay. There are no questions. Let's talk about this. I will introduce this topic today. As we agreed, next week is your day. I'm going to be speaking at the back there and listening to you. Those things have to do those to see how you feel that we are wonderful to sit on those chairs. But then I will complete my discussion in data collection phase. And that week, if there are any questions more than you about what you have talked about in this training, so that's your technique. When we are talking about research design, data collection tools, or data collection instruments, we are talking about the sort of gadgets you develop in order to collect your data, in order to access your wide truth. The various data collection tools we'll be talking about, my interest is for you to look at what are the strengths and weaknesses of each tool, what are the design principles of each tool, and my last and most important expectation is for you to be able to have the skills to develop those tools for your own research activity. There are quite a number of research tools, especially for social science type of research. Very common. One of the tools is the face-to-face interviews. Similar to the second interview. Neural questionnaires, which are also similar to computer-based questionnaires like email, using internet, similar to online surveys. Those are really strategic. But there are also some checklists which we often use, especially when we are using the rapidly operated method of data collection. We talked about in the past. We will also come up with checklists for making observation. Sometimes instead of interviewing people, you go out to observe what is happening, and as you are doing those observations, you are collecting data for your research. So you don't just observe without an observation tool. You prepare a checklist which guides you on what things to observe and what type of data to collect. So there are all those different tools that we are commonly used. In my discussion, I will look at the interviews as one group of tools, how you construct them, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, neural questionnaires, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses. And I'm talking about neural questionnaires, the easy things you say by the answer send it by WhatsApp to the respondents, to the name out. So the sort of issues you take care in network questionnaires, let's say, they as online approaches. In face-to-face interviews, the major advantage includes the ability you have the fact that you go to the respondent and you talk to the respondent, it gives you flexibility. That is, you ask a question and you find that the respondent doesn't understand the question, you can rephrase the question in such a way that the respondent can understand and respond. Once in a mirror questionnaire, you ask a question and the respondent doesn't understand that question, you have lost the information. There's no way of correcting it. But in a face-to-face interview, you can be able to explain, you can be able to grow. The respondent has responded, but you think that the answer he has given you is not adequate, you can ask additional questions so that you can go in depth in trying to understand what you want to hear from the respondent. So flexibility is the advantage. The second advantage is that there is usually a greater conclusion weight. Of course, when you are going out to do interviews, you have to ask the people whether they are willing to participate in the interview or not. Some can say, no, I don't want to participate. But the number of people who refuse to participate seems to be less than in the mirror questionnaire. If you just mirror a questionnaire to people, those people have much freedom to decide whether they respond positively or not. And the chances are that the ones who respond are much fewer than the ones you want to respond. In a network questionnaire, as an interviewer, you tend to have more control over your respondents. Let's say, for example, you were conducting a study to do with the reproductive behavior of people, or maybe to deal with the HIV/AIDS behavior of people and the impact of that behavior on the prevalence of HIV/AIDS. So you have a question to ask young people, say, have you ever had sex in your life? Question 1. Most of the people will tend to say no, even though they know it was that. But if you continue asking questions, and then later on you ask questions like, do you get condoms from the hospital? How often do you use condoms? You find that what somebody said is, I've never had sex. Then later on says, this has used the condom. Then you discover that what this respondent gave you at first was a lie. But since you have collected the data, this person has no chance of changing his response in the first time. Because if it was an error, he would have said, this guy has put me in. So Instead of saying no, I should be sure and say yes. But that opportunity is not given again the control of the situation of the interview. So you have more control in terms of the response that you get from the, once the respondent has given a response, he cannot or she cannot come back and say, no, let me change that response. I want to give the other one. You have already got the response. It's up to you to decide to go out the shop. Have you ever had sex? That's the beginning. And that's now up to you. But otherwise, the respondent cannot change. Illiteracy is not appropriate in face-to-face interview. In a letter of questionnaire, a person must be able to read and write in order to respond back to you. If he doesn't know how to read and write, very good. But face-to-face, since you are talking, the literature is not appropriate. And again, in a letter of questionnaire, it gives you opportunity to probe in depth, to get more clarity, to get more information where you need to do so. You can ask a question, and the respondent gives a response, and you can make follow-up questions on that question in order to get more detail about what the respondent is saying. An opportunity which you don't get in the of questionnaire. So, in terms of completeness of the data you collect, face-to-face interview tend to give you better information, more detailed information, greater coverage of your data. But there are challenges associated with the network, face-to-face questionnaire, face-to-face interviews. One is that it is expensive, time-consuming, because you have to go to each and every respondent, and for each and every respondent you spend time. So that becomes expensive, becomes time-consuming. The other bigger problem associated with the face-to-face interview is the issue of interview biases, which we'll discuss in a little more detail later. Questions up to that point? When you are conducting interviews, there are quite a number of issues that you need to take care of. One is that your main task is to ask each question in a way that you obtain the right information. And as the respondent is responding to you, the other responsibility is to be able to record what you are getting from the respondent accurately. You should not be writing something different from what the respondent is giving you. So through responsibility, asking the questions in such a way that you get the information you want to get, and making sure that the information you are getting is properly recorded. Another responsibility is to be able to create rapport to your respondents. To make sure that the respondent feels at ease with you, to be able to release the information he or she has to you. If you cannot put the respondent in the right mode, if you cannot motivate the respondent to respond to you the way you want to have him or her to respond to you, you are not going to get the information you are looking for. Either it's going to be suspicious with you, it's going to be worried how you are going to use the information. Are you going to use the information for justify the reason? Are you not going to use the information to his or her own disadvantage? All those questions will be going through the mind of the respondent, and you have to make sure that the way you introduce yourself to the respondent, make the respondent feel confident with you to respond to your questions. And that is the skill which you need to have. You must be familiar with your questionnaire so that when you are conducting the interview, you can maintain a smooth conversation flow. When you are asking the respondent question number 1, and the respondent has started answering that question, you will be busy writing what he or she is saying. When she finishes, she will not be expecting you to wait for you in order for you to read question number 2. She will expect that the conversation will just continue, flowing from question 1 to question number 2. But yet you have this responsibility of recording what he or she will say. So you must be able to know that when I'm asking question number 1, the next question which I will need to ask is this question. When I'm asking question number 2, the next question must be this. So you must be familiar with your questionnaire. Otherwise, if you keep breaks, you will frustrate the respondent and his or her motivation to give you the right responses will start back. And when you are getting responses from the respondent, make sure that your emotions are controlled. Because your emotions can actually influence the information that the respondent gives you. If you ask the respondent, have you ever had sex? And says, yes, and then, you think the next question, you're going to get the right information? So you should control your emotions. The expressions you make. Don't show surprise. Don't show shock. Even gestures that you are using them, make sure you manage them properly. If you are getting the right information. Questions? Ask each question to every respondent the same way you ask to all other respondents. Otherwise, if I ask you in a different way as I asked him, I might be getting a different answer. Not because your answers are supposed to be different, but because I have asked the question differently. So that can create bias. When you ask questions and you find this the respondent is going away from the question you ask, the children will bring him back or back by probing, asking questions which will help the respondent to come back to what he or she should be saying. In many cases, face-to-face interviews will use interviewers which you recruit. Maybe you have 500 respondents to interview and you try. How can I contact 500 alone? I don't have the time. So you recruit other enumerators, research assistants to assist you. If you do that, make sure that they are thoroughly trained to take care of the responsibilities which they have. Make sure they ask the questions rightly, make sure they are able to maintain smooth conversation flow, make sure that they are able to control their emotions and all those things. So they need to be trained thoroughly. They should know the objectives of the questionnaire or of the study. They should know each question and ask it properly so that you can relate it in a form and you can ask the question the way it should be asked. Questions? No questions? To be able to correct our own data without problem, we know what to do. We'll continue from there. Next time.
It's only 5 minutes. pamoja na